So, got to know that these two smaller rooms are the same size. So x squared plus 6x plus 9. And if you factor that, if you go through the process of factoring, what multiplies to 9x squared and adds to 6x? You get the 3x and 3x. Do the factoring, right, which would be x squared plus 3x plus 3x. Exactly what you guys have been practicing for weeks now. So we get x plus 3 and x plus 3, which is no surprise that they're the same because it's a square. So we kind of expected that these would be identical. Okay. So now, what does that make this right here? Okay. So we have two ways of doing this. Either x plus 3 plus x plus 3, which gives us 2x plus 6. Or you could just say it's 2 times x plus 3, which is the same thing. So either way, we know that this height is 2x plus 6, which makes, since this is a square, the base 2x plus 6 as well. So we can use this to find the area of the big room, right? So 2x plus 6 times 2x plus 6, right? And we'll get 4x squared plus 12x plus 12x plus 36. And you can use the box if you want to confirm that. And then the two centers, that diagonal, would be 24x. So now we know the area of the big room is this. Okay. So let me use that to fill in a little bit of information. I kind of have all the work up here, so I'm going to just refer to everything up here. So the length of a side of a smaller room, we found that. That's x plus 3. The length of the side of the larger room, we found that by adding these two together. So that was 2x plus 6. And the area of the larger party room, okay, found it right there. That was 4x squared plus 24x plus 36. So lastly, we have the total area two different ways. We're finding the total area by adding the three smaller rooms, and then finding the total area by finding the length of the rectangle and multiplying the outside dimension. So we have, let's see here, x plus x squared, we have two of these, plus the area of the big one. So we're going to add all three of those together. So we have the answer from right above, that's the big room. All right, and then the small rooms, which is given in the original question, and there's two of them. So I got the big room plus the small room plus the small room, and those areas should add up to good. So there's our area. And of course, when we do it the other way, we should get the same thing because it's the same area. So we know right here, this is x plus 3, this is 2x plus 6. So what's the full length right here? Well, it's just the sum of these two. So that's 3x plus 9. Right? X plus 2x is 3x, 3 plus 6 is 9. So we know that 3x times 9, and over here, this is still 2x plus 6 right here. It's the same as this. So if I multiply those two, it should come out the same. So let's do that. 2x plus 6 and 3x plus 9. 2x plus 6, 3x plus 9. And if you go through the multiplication, you'll for sure get the same answer. So we'll get, let's see, 2x plus 6, sorry. We'll get 18x plus 18x plus 54, and the two 18x's will make a 36, which will match part D. So, as always, if you have a different way of getting an answer, it still should be the same answer. It's not like we found the area using this, it will come out anything different. Even with polynomials, you notice with all these x squareds and all this business going on that's so much more than we're used to, it still actually comes out to be identical. So whether you're using just numbers or polynomials, it should be the same. Alright, on to the back. They say, well, plug in x equals 3 for one of the small rooms. What do you get? So the area of one of the small rooms is what they gave you originally. X squared plus 6x plus 9. So if you plug in 3 to that, end up with 9 plus 18 plus 9, which equals 36. And we'll say square meters since the units are meters. Likewise, you could have said that, well, it's going to be x plus 3 and x plus 3. That was the diagram. If you plugged an x into here, you would get 6 times 6, which is also 36. So whether you plugged it into the base and height and multiplied, or if you plugged it into the area polynomial, you both get 36. The larger one, find the area of the larger part of the room. So that was 4x squared plus, what was the large room again? 24x minus 36. If you plugged in 3 into here, you had 4 times 9, 3 squares, 9, plus 24 times 3, plus 36. Why did I write 34? Plus 36. So that's 36 plus 72 plus 36, which equals 140 meters squared. Likewise, if you plugged it into the base and the height, we had, what, 2x plus 6, right? So if you did that, 2x plus 6 times 2x plus 6, I plug in 3 into here, that would be 12 times 12, which of course is 144 as well. So it works out either way if you use the polynomial for the area or the factors for the base and the height and plug in for x there. So in part H they ask you, she needs a room that's at least 50 square meters. Will one of the small rooms work? What's the small room? 36. So will that work?
No.
Nope. 36 is too small. Small room is too small. Explain your answer. Yeah, small room, and you write out in words, small room is only 36 square meters, which will not fit, you know, and just whatever wording you want to use. Okay? So, when you're doing your homework assignment, number 39, I highly suggest doing what we just did here, how I start off here. I just found like all the dimensions. I didn't try to go back and forth. Just try to find everything and then fill in all your information. You can even label it and say like, well, all my work for like C is right here. Here's part C, right? And box it off or something. but it all is intertwined and all related to itself. Okay? So let me give you another one, and you can get a start on that, and maybe finish, depending on where you're at right now.